When we have a lot of fun each and every week because Chuck Renes is here from Renes Greenhouse. Oh yes, it's always a great day to grow, and he's here to tell us how. So lots of things going on there, Chuck.
Well, first of all, since we was just talking about that Burger King Halloween Whopper with the black bun.
Right. Yeah. You're going to be that for Halloween.
Well, no, but each one of those, because the black bun isn't the best part of that experience.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it isn't.
Why?
It's the after effects of it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's very interesting.
But see, that's the Halloween costume we were talking about. So you would go as the Whopper, and then Joyce would go as the Aftermath.
Yeah. So you guys would look like this, Chuck. We have it all figured out for you.
Lou has it on file.
This is what you would look like.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So who's going to be which costume is what I want to know.
I'll be the Whopper.
Oh, you will. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not so sure Joyce is going to go for that.
Have it your way.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about things that look a little bit nicer. Thank you for decorating our
This
studio.
looks really
Absolutely
cool.
beautiful.
Well, you know, Joyce did that, and you know the fun part about that was the grandkids came down. And
they did.
They all sat in your seats, and they all took turns playing everybody. So that was, they really enjoyed that.
Well, tell them to come in because I could use a day off.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. But some beautiful decorations and ones that you don't have to worry about going bad because they're meant to stay.
Yeah, last year when we did that, we had a little problem with the pumpkins lasting in here where it's warm, so we went a different route this year.
Yes,
it does look nice.
Yeah,
she did a great job.
Looks
Great
wonderful,
job.
so thank you.
Yes.
So obviously pumpkins and harvest decor still readily available at
Still
Renes.
available. We're definitely winding down. You know, Halloween and all the holidays, even Halloween, you know, back 10 years ago we didn't sell anything till the middle of October. Now, you know, everybody's got their stuff and it's pretty much.
Oh, they had stuff out in my neighborhood in September.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean it's unbelievable the amount of pumpkins we've went through already, and everybody's pretty much done with that now. So, but we still have some stuff out there, so definitely have that. But Halloween's well underway, that's for sure.
And some of the best prices when it comes to pumpkins and things.
Yep,
like that.
we've been doing our pumpkins for $5. Matter of fact, I was in one of the big stores just yesterday, and they had pumpkins in there for twice what we were selling ours for. Yeah, really, that really surprised me. So, but
now if you can't let go, there's still stuff you can do. You've got your kale out there, right? You got your pansies and things like that.
That stuff is still going to be okay, but it's you know, you talked about frost and stuff, so that's coming around. So
yeah, let me talk amongst yourselves. I'll pull up the low.
Speaking of that, he's saying some people might experience some frost this Saturday. Are we at the point where we need to start laying a sheet over our plants that are outside?
Well, you know, if it's going to frost, obviously, yes, you need to do that. But you know, we're also plants outside, you know, the annuals and stuff outside, their days are numbered. I mean, it's you know, we're getting down. This is a pretty late first frost, I think.
Yeah.
Last year it was late, but
last year was Halloween, actually, our first official frost in Des Moines. I've got Saturday morning's lows pulled up for those of you who are gardeners and have things out and have things in pots. That's about where we'll be. And of course, Chuck, you know this, it has a lot to do with where you are. If you're down in a valley,
right, down in the valleys or what have you.
Now, how much frost will destroy a plant?
Well, it doesn't take very much.
Would this much frost destroy a plant?
Most plants, yes.
Most plants.
Absolutely.
So just a little bit, like
just a little bit. It just messes up the cells and the leaves and stuff.
So that would definitely destroy it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That would be just done.
All right. Now, Jason mentioned this earlier. You mentioned about covering the plants, and there's some things that you don't want to do when covering your plants.
Well, the main thing you don't want to do is use plastic. That traps the moisture and stuff in there, and it makes it colder. But just you know, if you have some tomatoes or something, just take a bed sheet or you know, a towel or something and just throw over it, and that's going to get you a few more days. You know, a lot of some people still are picking tomatoes, and some people's tomatoes are done. So.
Like Jason's harvest. When did you pick these, Jason?
Boy, they're still coming. That was last week, and I've still got stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys are doing a very good job with your garden if you're still getting stuff like that.
I can't keep up with the tomatoes still. So I'm one of those people that would probably want to keep it going a little longer.
Sure, yeah. You know? And like I was telling you, before we came on air, I think it's great that you're involving the kids, and I think that's so important for people to teach the kids how to do that and stuff, because that's something that you know, is just definitely going away, and it's nice to get them interested in that. So they
like it because, as you know, there's dirt involved. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Playing in the dirt.
Now,
speaking
of tomatoes, Jason discovered a tomato plant. Remember last year we had the peppers that you went and found them, and we grew them, and we found something else that might be interesting to grow next year, and this is what it is. the Rapunzel tomato.
Yeah, I
That
saw
is
that
so
on the
cool
interwebs,
looking.
and I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, it's just a type. Yeah, it's a type of cherry tomato. A lot of your cherry tomatoes grow like that. I've never seen them grow that straight up and down, but that's a pretty cool looking thing. So we'll have to check into that and see what.
Okay.
And I should mention, all the stuff in my garden came from Renes, all the seeds, all the plants.
Yep,
and
we appreciate that, but and that's good. But you guys have did a good job taking care of that to still be. Most people, like I say, this time of year, most people lose interest. Usually
Yeah.
a garden now is just nothing but weeds, and you can't even find the plants. 'Cause
Yeah.
everybody goes great.
Now,
guns in the
we just
beginning.
pulled our tomatoes didn't do as well as Jason's. Jason has a green thumb.
I had a great year, yeah.
Yeah, but we pulled the tomatoes out. All the plants are gone. What do we need to do to the soil now? Anything in particular, or just leave it or cover
just
it?
if you want to throw a little peat or something on it, but that's just fine to do in the spring and everything. But no, that part of it's done, and that's good. And your gardens, just clear off all the dead stuff and get rid of it and stuff, and you'll
Do we
be
need
ready.
to till it up at all now or not?
No, not in my opinion. I'd wait till spring and do that, and then you're going to have you still have your elephant ears growing,
Big
correct?
time, yeah.
And those are probably, because those are almost impossible to cover up, because if you cover them, it breaks them anyway. So,
okay.
but
The one is taller than I am.
yeah, those elephant ears can really do. And so what you want to do with them, let them freeze.
So they just wilt over?
They'll just be mush, and then cut them off at the ground, and then pull that bulb up and save that
and take
bulb.
it in the basement or in the garage?
Yeah, put it in a paper sack and just put it somewhere where it's cold but it doesn't freeze. You don't want it to freeze, but you want it needs to go through that dormant time.
Okay.
So, but just cut it off at ground level and bring that in. You can put it out again next year, and away you go.
Should be good.
If you have deck plants, is the soil that it's been in all summer long, is that good? Should I save it? Should I just toss it? Should I take it over to Jason's and dump it on his garden?
Well, yeah, you can definitely do that. There's nothing wrong with that soil. Some of that stuff, once that the plant will use the nutrients out of that soil.
Right.
Okay, that's where
'Cause it's in a pot.
Right, and that's where the fertilizer comes in to replenish the nutrients in there for that plant. So most of those nutrients are used up out of that soil, but that'd be great for a compost pile. Spread it on a garden someplace, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause
And
I feel bad just.
yeah, and if your pumpkins on the stick are still alive.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
what- okay,
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, what do you call those? That's I was trying to dig them up, but pumpkins on a stick? Is that what
Well,
you're
Yeah, they're
that's
still
what
alive.
we call them. They're a type of eggplant, and gosh, I don't have any idea what type of eggplant they are. But it's an eggplant, but I don't know what the name of it is.
I think it's a Vietnamese.
It's a
eggplant, yeah.
Vietnamese. Maybe it's just a Vietnamese eggplant and stuff. But those, again, those are just technically a vegetable plant. Those will freeze. So if you want to keep them, put them in the garage or
Okay.
or cover them up or something along those lines.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm trying to pull up a picture of what
I still have been picking them off and putting them in
What we're talking about.
harvest
Yep.
displays.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What
because
happens when you take them off the plant?
they
Do
still last. I mean,
Well,
there's a couple
what-
that are shriveling, but most of them are
why
staying perfect.
they really, how those started was a pumpkin on a stick. They used a lot of those in floral arrangements.
Right.
So you would just cut those. If your two pumpkins are here, you just cut that stick so it's about yay long, and your pumpkins are in the middle, and then they'd stick that. So they dry and last very nicely.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
they do.
Yeah, so you
I have
can,
them
you can sure do
quite a
that.
few places.
And being the cook you are, take some in and fry them up and let us know how they are.
I still plan on doing that because they're still alive, so I plan on trying and seeing.
All right, hours of operation.
We're open from 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, and we are closed on Sundays now. But one other thing I want to say real quick. I still got a lot of these hot peppers out there, so if anybody's interested in trying some of these, just give me a call, come out and pick a few up and see what you can do with them. These are going to freeze in a few days, and there's still plenty of them out there, so I'll be glad to give them to you.
And those are the Carolina Reapers, the
Yes.
hottest pepper in the world.
Hottest pepper in the world. My granddaughter Maxine has been taking some to East, and them teenage kids ain't very bright, and they actually enjoy them, and they say they're very hot but have a nice fruity taste. So if you want some, come out and get them. I'll be
Are you
glad to
kidding?
share them with you.
Notes sent home from school. Please do not.
I'm just waiting for a letter from somebody's lawyer that I killed their kids. So.